The silence of the electric revolution has often been mistaken for a lack of soul, a period where we traded the roar of the engine for the sterile efficiency of a rolling appliance. But every once in a while, a machine emerges that doesn't just join the conversation. It changes the language entirely. We are standing at the precipice of a shift, a moment where the high-altitude luxury of the Pioneer brand descends from the peaks to conquer the valley. The 2026 Rivian R2 is not just a new model. It is a declaration of war against the mundane. It is the arrival of a predator that has been groomed in the shadows of its larger siblings, waiting for the perfect moment to strike at the heart of the mainstream market. This is why the year 2026 will not belong to the giants of old, but to the spirit of the new. To understand why this vehicle is destined to dominate, we must look at the era it defines. For years, the electric SUV market was a binary choice. You either chose the Spartan minimalism of the mass, market leaders, or the unattainable opulence of the six-figure elite. Rivian has found the third way. The R2 represents the distillation of everything that made the R1S a legend. The ruggedness, the tech, the sheer presence, and packed it into a frame that is leaner, meaner, and ready for the masses. It solves the ultimate problem of the electric age: how to provide a world-class experience without a world-class price tag. This car is the bridge between the dream and the driveway, a machine that brings the aura of a boutique brand to the scale of the global stage. As you stand before it, the R2 commands your gaze with a sculptural confidence that feels both familiar and revolutionary. It carries the signature stadium headlights that have become a lighthouse for a new generation of drivers. But here, they feel more focused. The lines are tighter, the overhang shorter, and the stance more athletic. It doesn't need the aggressive fake vents of its competitors to look powerful. It relies on its architectural purity. The light plays across its satin-finished flanks in a way that suggests movement even when it's perfectly still. It is a design that respects the wind but loves the dirt, a balance of aerodynamics and a boxy adventure. Reedy silhouette that promises you can go anywhere and look impeccable doing it. Inside, the R2 is a masterclass in modern craftsmanship. It rejects the cold plastic heavy interiors of its rivals in favor of materials that feel alive. You are surrounded by a symphony of sustainable textures, recycled woods, premium textiles, and a level of fit and finish that feels hand-assembled. The dashboard is a clean horizon centered around an interface that is as intuitive as it is beautiful. But the real dominance lies in the innovation of the space itself. With the introduction of the dual glove box system and the revolutionary all-seat fold flat capability, Rivian has turned the interior into a multi-tool. It's a workspace, a lounge, and a sanctuary all at once. It's an atmosphere that understands luxury isn't about how much you spend, but how well you live. When the conversation turns to performance, the R2 leaves the competition in its wake. This is a machine that refuses to compromise. In its flagship tree-motor configuration, the R2 is capable of a 0 to 60 sprint in under 3 seconds. That is not just fast for an SUV, that is supercar territory, delivered in a vehicle meant for grocery runs and mountain passes. With over 300 miles of range and the new 4,695 battery cell architecture, it offers the kind of endurance that makes the horizon feel close. The power is managed by a sophisticated drivetrain that can deliver precise torque to each wheel, ensuring that the 700-plus horsepower is never wasted, whether you are carving a canyon or navigating a rain-slicked highway. Driving the R2 is an exercise in visceral connection. There is a weight to the steering that feels honest, a suspension that manages to be both supple over the bumps and firm in the corners. It responds to your inputs with a hauntingly quiet precision, making the driver feel as though they are part of the machine. It doesn't just move you, it inspires you. It gives you the confidence to take the long way home, to explore the road that isn't on the map. It is the feeling of absolute capability wrapped in a blanket of refined serenity. This is the driving experience the world has been waiting for. A machine that has the heart of an athlete and the soul of an explorer. The market position of the R2 is its final crushing blow to the status quo. With the starting price targeted at $45,000, Rivian is offering a level of performance, technology, and brand prestige that was previously locked behind a six-figure gate. It is built for the professional who wants to escape, the family that wants to explore, and the enthusiast who refuses to drive something boring. It is a vehicle that redefines its class by making the extraordinary accessible. As 2026 approaches, The R2 stands as a testament to the fact that the future doesn't belong to the biggest companies, but to the biggest ideas. It is a machine that connects power and elegance in a way that will leave the rest of the industry scrambling to catch up. If this machine stirred your love for design and performance, make sure to stay tuned with LuxeLine, where passion meets precision.